Good afternoon, everybody. This is Arthur. I'm going to be starting up a new YouTube channel, Auto Domination. I'd like to do a lot of car reviews, trucks, cars, sports cars, electric cars, whatever y'all would like to see. I would like to do a review on them. You can think of any vehicles that you would like to see, new, used, up and coming. I would like to do that for you. Just leave a comment down in the comments, and I'll be happy to accommodate you. I try to get to them as quick as I can, depending how big the list is. We'll see what I can do. But today we are going to do a review on the 2018 Chevy Silverado LTZ, courtesy of Capital Chevrolet. My friend Alex Flores treated me really good. Found this truck for me. I had a 2014 GMC SLT Sierra. Very nice truck. It had over 100,000 miles on it, and I told them if they wanted me to trade that truck in, that I wanted something exactly the same as that blue truck as far as the interior. Within that night, they came to me and told me they found two of these vehicles in Texas. One was up in Caldwell and the other one was in San Antonio, and I had to choose which one they wanted, or I wanted, and I chose one of them that was in Caldwell, but by the time they got to it, a couple days later, they had sold it. They had sold it over that weekend. So they ended up going to San Antonio the next day, like Monday or Tuesday, to go get it and bring it up. So they go above and beyond Call of Duty to try to please their customers, and I appreciate that a lot. It says a lot for that company. But this here is 2018 Chevy Silverado LTZ. It has all the bells and whistles. It has a 8-inch touch screen. There's a lot of features on this particular screen. You have your stereo, you have your phone, you have the Google, it's not Google Maps, but it's navigation. Then it has text messages, which if you have never seen that feature on the Chevy, that thing is awesome. If somebody text messages you, all you have to do is touch that and it will actually read you. Okay, I don't have any in the text message, but it'll actually read the text message to you. It does have the dual climate control, very nice feature. If I'm cold and my wife is hot, you know, we can adjust our personal air condition. It has the two USB ports here. It has two cigarette lighters, and then it has the 120 outlet for maybe a laptop or any kind of other electronic device that you want to charge or keep powered on. That's very nice. Then it has the lane assist. That lane assist is pretty neat. The camera in the back on the tailgate registers you in the lane, and if you get out of your lane, your seat will vibrate or the truck will ding at you to let you know that you messed up. It has the park assist, which the rear view camera comes up on the 8-inch screen. That's really nice. Some of them are in the rear view mirror, which I don't like too much because it's a smaller screen. Or if it comes up into the 8-inch screen, that is awesome. And down here you have the stability track control. If you're running in rainy weather, you lose traction, the stability track will actually try to react the spinning wheel for you to be able to keep it under control. It's a very nice feature. On the pedals, this pedal for this gas pedal that moves forward and back. If you have a shorter person, you can actually bring the steering wheel closer to them so they don't feel they can't reach the pedal. And for the people that are like 7 feet tall, you can push it back away from you. This truck is equipped with the heated and cooled seats. Very nice. When you get in here and you have a leather interior and your seats are 120, 130 degrees, you turn that fan on and it'll cool that seat down. And a lot of people complain about the leather seats because, oh, they're hot, or I stick to them and all that. Well, this air conditioned seat will keep you from sticking to your seat or burning your legs if you have it turned on before you get in the vehicle. In the wintertime, nobody likes to sit in a cold seat. You know, you turn the heat on, and I'm telling you, they keep you nice and toasty warm. Over here, you have a lot of features on the info. It's called the info screen. You have your vehicle info, your gallons per mile. You can set that to every 50 miles, 100 miles. Let's see what it says. 25 miles, 50 miles, and 400 miles. And then you can reset your best score. I keep mine on 50. Seems to work pretty good. I can monitor my miles per gallon. It didn't look good right now because I've been sitting here idling. The more you idle, the more, you know, the less miles per gallon you're going to get. To scroll up, you have your tire pressure. That's nice to check on. You don't have to get out with your tire gauge and check them every once in a while to make sure your tire pressure is up real good. Then you have your oil life remaining on your screen. You can check that and see how close you are to getting an oil change. Your fuel range. A lot of guys, like myself, I'm very guilty, end up, you know, getting my gas gauge close to empty before I fill up. I like to use all of my gas, and you can come in here and check to see how many miles you are before you need to get gas. I work like 40 miles from where I live, and I get to work and like, oh man, I need gas. I forgot I need gas or something. You know, I'll come back over here and check it and say, okay, I got 50 miles before I'm empty. And yes, I'll push it that far. I'll get back close to the house and only have 10 miles left on my gas and then fill it up. I don't do it all the time, but you know, once in a while you might just push it a little bit just to test the limits, I guess. Living on the edge, you know. You have two different trips. You have trip A and then you have trip B. I'm not sure why they put two of them in there. I guess you can compare how the distance is from point A to point B and then over to point C. Or you can check your wife's miles. You know, trip A would be your setting and trip B would be your wife's. You know, you can say, hey, I know you drove 40 miles and you was only supposed to go to the grocery store right down the corner. Where'd you go? Not trying to cause any trouble, but it's the only reason I can think why you would have that. This feature right here is actually, I think, is pretty handy. How many times you're going down the road and you're not really paying attention, you're just kind of bebopping along, talking to your friends in the vehicle, or you might be singing a song, and you're not really paying attention. We all do it. You get complacent and not really paying too much attention, and you know, you'd like, oh crap, I don't remember what the speed limit is. Well, this feature right here is tied in with the navigation, and it'll tell you the speed limit of the road along with your miles per hour. That to me is very handy. I love that feature because a lot of times, you know, sometimes the police officer will pull you over and say, hey, you're doing 55 in a 45 mile an hour zone, or 55 in a 50 mile an hour zone. Well, you know what? If you're on the side of the road and you pull up and you know you're in a 60 mile an hour zone, he pulled you over, you know, doing 5 over or 10 over, you say, excuse me, officer, but my dash is telling me that it's, you know, 60 mile an hour when I was doing 60. Is that going to get you out of a ticket? Probably not, but it might help you persuade and let him know, you know, hey, it says I'm doing 60, or the speed limit is 60, not 55 or 50 or 45, whatever the case may be. You might be able to help persuade you, if you know what I mean. And that's pretty much it on the info center. On this vehicle, I like to see my oil pressure. Being a guy guru, it's better than the lights that come on your dash telling you low pressure or whatever. I just like to keep an eye on that, and the battery juice, how much juice is being charged. That'll tell you if your alternator's out or not. Temperature gauge, that's on most vehicles. RPMs. On this particular vehicle, I have the trailer package, which I don't own any vehicles with the trailer brakes, but some of y'all do, and some of y'all would use it very well, come in very handy for them. Just it's something that came with the truck, and who knows, I might buy a truck that has electric brakes and end up needing it. It's there if I need it. On the doors, you have your programmable seat. You have a program 1 and program 2. In my instant, me being the owner of the vehicle, I'm number 1. I'm always number 1. I program my seat to the setting that I like. And that's not just the seat, It programs the seat, it programs the mirror, whatever setting I have the mirror for, and it also programs the foot pedal. Remember I told you it kind of go, you can adjust your foot pedal to go in or out for tall people, for short people. And if my wife's a little shorter, so she'll adjust the seat and the lumbar in the seat, the position of the seat as far as it's leaning a little back or sitting straight up, and it'll also adjust the mirror. So if she comes in here and she pushes the number 2 on there, it'll adjust to her setting. I like that a lot. I don't have to worry about, you know, hey, where was my seat set? I can't get it right. How many people's driven your vehicle and you know, they adjust the seat and you're like, oh man, it ain't right. I had it just perfect, you know, and it's gonna take me a long time to get it adjusted just right. Well, on that feature, you know, all you gotta do is push number 1. It'll go back exactly the way you had it. Exactly the way you had it. I love that. It has the crash warning alert, which is right here on the steering wheel. If you touch it, you can set the sensitivity on the crash alert on the dash. Try to zoom in here a little better. Please forgive me, this is my first time doing my videos, and I'll get better as it goes along and be more exciting. But you can set the adjust the setting on your crash alert. You got the full adjust or full alert, medium alert, and then a closer alert, like when you're right up on their butt or whatever. But I was really surprised with this feature. Down here in the bottom, it'll show a vehicle up in front of you, and I'm telling you, I got it on set on 3, and this thing registers a long way. I was really impressed how close or how far it registers out. And then right next to it, as I drive, it'll have the lane assist, and if you get out of your lanes, it'll vibrate at you, or if it's too severe, there's actually a, well, if you're gonna be able to see it, there's an actual projection sensor that projects a light from here onto the windshield. It flashes red to let you know, hey, pay attention, you know, something's fixing to happen, whether it's a stopped vehicle ahead of you, or somebody's trying to pull out in front of you, turn in front of you or whatever. This truck goes nuts. It kind of startled me a little bit, and I was like, what in the world is that? I figured out it was the crash warning, or when you get out of your lane, if it's too sudden, it'll let you know pretty quick. On the lane assist, on the steering wheel, it actually pulls you back into the lane, puts a little tension on the steering wheel in the direction that it wants you to go back into your lane. And at first I didn't like it. I was like, man, that's kind of weird, you know, but it takes a little time getting used to, but I kind of like it, you know. You should always pay attention. You should always keep your eyes on the road. But there's times where you really look down at the stereo to make sure it's on the right channel or something, and you know, you start drifting over or whatever. It kind of pulls you back in your lane. You say, hey, you know, hey, get back over here, you know. I kind of like that. This truck has the extended crew cab. It also has the leather seats in the back, Cocoa Dune. It's very nice. These seats fold up really easy. If you need more space in the back to put things, it's very nice. It also has the power window in the back, which I like. You have your button up here for it to go open and close. So you push the button and it opens by itself. That's very nice. But it has the electric window in the back. You can open and close it. Back in the old school days, when I was young, you was the manual person. You know, Dad yell in the back, hey, open up that window back there for me. You know, you was the one that was opening and closing it. But now it's electric. It's very nice. You don't have to worry about it. On this truck, it has the garage door, programmable garage door openers. This camera just doesn't do justice for vision. It has 3 programmable deals for garage door openers. If you have a 3-car garage and each one of them has its own garage door opener, you can program it to where you can open and close. Let's take a look on the outside. They call it Summit White. Very nice, very, very nice. The 4-door crew cab, it's got the chrome bumpers for the Texas edition. It has the chrome rims. It's 20-inch rims. Around here in the front, it has the sensors in the front for the park assist. You can get extremely close to a car where you're parking your vehicle. All chrome front bumper, grill. Everything's LED on this truck. On that 2014 that I had, GMC, it didn't have LEDs. I had to change them out myself, buying aftermarket parts and put LEDs. It was a little costly, but this one has the LED lights already equipped. That was really nice. I didn't have to worry about taking things apart and putting in the lights. The bed cover did not come with it. I had to buy that separate. Very nice modification. You can call it a mod or whatever, I don't know. It's very nice. You put the cover on top, keeps your stuff protected in the bed of the truck. You can haul groceries in the rain, don't have to worry about it getting wet. It has the side steps here on the side bumper. That makes it nice to be able to climb up in the truck. Tow package are really nice. Some trailers have the big plug, and this one, you know, you don't have to worry about it. You got the big plug, you can plug it in. You can buy an adapter for the little plugs, but why would you want to do that when this vehicle has the 4-prong plug? You don't have to buy that adapter. That makes it really nice. The backup camera is up here in the tailgate. Very nice for when you're backing up. You're not going to run over a child, or how many people out there that the child, your child has left something in the driveway and you go to back up. These sensors will pick it up, your camera will pick it up, and you won't run them over. Very nice. I'd opened my bed, but I got a bunch of junk in there. It also has the LED bed lights. You turn your dome light on inside, it turns all the lights on outside, cargo lights, and the bed cover, the LEDs in the bed. Makes it really nice, especially with that cover. It really shines in there. It's really good. But it's a very nice truck, and I appreciate you joining me on this review. Apologize for the noise. On this truck, a lot of the upper end vehicles, it also has a Bose system. Man, if you like stereo systems, you'll like the Bose. They get loud, has a good bass tone to it. Not quite as good as a sound system aftermarket sound system that most people put in their vehicles. If you're younger, us older people we're not worried about it. It's good enough. It sounds good enough. It's got a little beat to it, and I like it. But I guess that'll do it. Again, I got this vehicle from Capital Chevrolet, the #1 volume dealer in Texas. What does that tell you? If they are selling vehicles, they'll do anything they can to help you to be able to get in that new car, to be able to get into that used car. They really take care of you. Go see my friend Alex Flores. He'll take care of you. He'll do his best to get you in a vehicle. They have a lot of finance companies they work with. I have not met an unhappy customer from there. They really try to go above and beyond, try to find what you want or what you need. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. I would appreciate it. We'll see you on the next review. I'll try to put out about 2 or 3 a week. Thank you very much. Have a good day.